Little Miss Recap contains adult language. Little Miss Recap is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap. My name is Amy.
I am Amanda.
Good morning, Amanda.
Amy, we're back. It's been a long national nightmare of us not recording together.
We have a lot to catch up on.
We have a lot to catch up on. I just listened to you and Shubnam do the submersible, which is now becoming my whole personality.
Oh my God. How good was that documentary?
It was excellent, but I have a huge disagreement with you.
Oh, okay.
I thought they stuck the landing. I thought the story wasn't that these people were the ones where it blew up. That was just it. It could have been anybody.
Yeah.
So in a sense, it didn't matter. We knew this was
Right.
going to happen at some point.
Right.
It does matter because 5 people died and
Right.
that's a tragedy.
Yeah.
And I feel really bad for the teenager.
Yeah.
And I
Who
feel
didn't want to go.
I feel terrible for his mother losing her
Yes.
husband and her child.
Yes.
I have a ton of empathy for that. But I think it didn't matter so much.
Did I say it mattered?
Yes. You said
Okay.
we should have had like a whole thing at the end about who they were and more time with them getting on and all that.
Well, I just wanted to know, like, what drives people to want to do this? Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
They can.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I said to Todd, I was like, because we watched it the other night, and I was like, billionaires, what are you going to do with them? Whatever.
Yeah.
And Todd's like, imagine we were billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine we had $100,000, and that was more money than we'd ever need in our life. And someone said, for $5,000, you can get in a thing to go see the Titanic.
I would say no immediately.
I would say no because I'm a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
But if I weren't a scaredy cat, I can see where that could be a thing to do.
Yeah, I get it. I just felt like it was, I don't know. Something was lacking about that end.
Okay.
I don't know what it was.
I find Stockton Rush to be
Oh my
fascinating.
God. Oh, he's a wild goose.
He is a wild goose. And it's interesting because
Is he a complicated historical figure? No, he's a dickbag.
He's a dickbag.
Mm-hmm.
He is the descendant of signers of the Declaration of Independence,
Yes.
Stockton State University, which is named after the first, and Benjamin Rush, who was a doctor. These are big Philadelphia people.
Yep.
But yeah, I found it really fascinating, and I found, and you called it out. I also listened to Kim and Kyle's coverage of it as well. The use of sound
Was amazing.
Mm-hmm. And I watched the HBO documentary yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I have to admit, I kind of fell asleep a little bit. It had less to do with that and more to do with the fact that I'd been up since 4:00. And they didn't make as much use of the sound, which makes me wonder, did they enhance the sound in some way, shape, or form? I don't know. In the Netflix one.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah, but can you imagine?
But that is, that was kind of
like, I'd be like, oh, fuck no, get me out of here.
I think they made a deliberate choice to enhance the sound to make it, to add to the atmosphere.
Yes.
Which was a great choice.
It was a great choice.
I thought it was really good.
And David Lockridge. First of all, I could just listen to him talk all day.
Mm-hmm.
You just give me that sweet, sweet Scottish accent all day, every
day.
day.
I have an admission for you.
What?
Timmy and I were watching this, and Timmy goes, is he Scottish? Like at first, when we first start watching it, right? Timmy goes, is that a Scottish accent? I go, no, I think he's Australian.
Dude, that is one hell of a strong Scottish accent.
I'm so glad you like the submersible. Did you listen to my Q&A with my mom?
I did. Your mom is a trip. Your mom and Jenny sound so much alike.
That's what everybody's saying.
Oh my God. It was blowing my mind. And it's interesting because I've met your mom. And I mean, I chatted with her for a minute. So it's not like I had an extended sound of hers. And I think because I've now heard Jenny more recently.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, wow. It's not so much the tone. They have the exact same vocal cadence. They emphasize things. They have the same pronunciation of things. Things like that. It was good. But your mom's adorable.
That's funny. Yeah,
and
she's real into true crime.
I was going to say it has to go straight to true crime for everything. When in doubt, it's true crime for your mama.
Yeah, and we were driving down to Delaware. We stayed in Rehoboth. It was beautiful. I love Rehoboth.
Yeah, I do too.
And we were driving down there, and she's like, "Oh, that's where my one friend's husband stabbed her, and that's where." Like, she just has these random stories, and I'm like, "This reminds me of Graham with that my friend's father chopped the mother's head off with the axe."
Right.
How she would casually drop that in.
The
all
Lizzie
the time.
Borden-esque situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
As we speak, guys, it is Saturday. Is today Saturday?
It is Saturday.
Yes. The girls are on their way home from Sweek. We have made it.
A great time.
We've made it. We survived.
I knew you would. I knew it would be fine. Your girls aren't dumb.
It was rough.
They're not dumb.
They're not dumb, but you know, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but they're not dumb.
No, I just can't wait for them to be home.
Okay.
And then Timmy reminded me, yeah, they're going to be home, and then the parties start back up. So. Yeah. What else did I want to talk about? Rehoboth was lovely. It was a lot of together time.
Yeah. I don't know if I could spend. Well, I was sort of spending a week in a house with my mother after her surgery convalescence. Yeah, there's a reason I don't live with my mom anymore.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And the house that we had was very nice. But it had two separate floors.
Okay.
But there was no sound insulation between them. In fact, this took on a life of its own because I discovered how poorly made the upstairs was.
Oh.
That I was on like a deck system. So they just laid down 2x4s.
Oh.
And they had supporting beams.
Sure.
But that was it. There was no subfloor. There was no drywall in between.
That
there
had
was
to help
nothing.
Your nervousness a lot.
Yeah, so like when I only discovered it because I dropped something on my bedroom floor, and when I bent over to pick it up, I noticed light coming through the floor.
Oh.
And I was like, I could see my mother's room down there.
Oh. It's exciting.
So I was essentially sleeping on a deck, high in the air.
Well, in honor of you spending a week in Delaware, I'm using my University of Delaware mug.
There we go. It was lovely. We have been to Rehoboth before. But it was a long time ago. It was 2015.
Okay.
So it was really lovely. It rained a couple days, and then it was excruciatingly hot the other days.
Yeah.
But
yeah. That odd guy that I dated, the one with the hand soap, he lived in Dover. And so we would go to Rehoboth and go to Dogfish Head. And we only dated over like fall into winter, so we never got to be there in the summer. But I love going to Dogfish Head.
Yeah, we tried to eat there the one night, and then we ended up diverted in some way.
Okay.
But we've eaten there before.
It's good.
Yeah,
the brewery is very cool. It's not there.
Very cool.
It's in Milford or Milton. I can never remember which one.
Yeah, the main brewery.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Yeah, it's a great little town. It's very clean. It's just really nice. It's really nice.
I feel like it's like a mix of like Ocean City, New Jersey, in that it's very family friendly and very easy and accessible, but you can get a drink.
You can get a drink, but
it's not Wildwood.
You can get a drink, but you can't get a 6-pack to take back to your house, we discovered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like, we don't sell alcohol within the city. You have to go out onto the highway.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was like,
but bars and restaurants do, but you can't.
Yes.
But there's no liquor store there or whatever.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay.
Which was a little strange.
That is a little strange.
Yeah.
Interesting. Who knew?
And I do have to say, I'm somebody who doesn't like to drive on vacation. When I get to where I'm going, I park that car and I walk everywhere.
Okay.
Somebody would make $1 million if they opened up a little grocery store in Rehoboth.
Oh, I
bet. $1 million.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
It's strange.
Are they at the place right now where they have like people driving around in golf carts?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
No.
I find that fascinating when places like that. We went to Siesta Key, Florida.
I was just going to say the Gulf side of Florida has tons of that.
Yeah. And like half of it was like in the little town. It was really not car friendly. It was all, you would just call and get your golf cart Uber.
We were in Siesta Key. We went to Anna Maria and we went down to St. Petersburg to the Dolly Museum. And I think Siesta Key is around there.
It's outside of Sarasota. So it's south of St. Pete's. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Beautiful. But Anna Maria, big golf cart place. Yeah.
I would love to go back to Siesta Key. It's that place where the sand is like talcum powder. Mm-hmm. It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. All right. Well, that's enough Florida talk.
Yes.
Beach talk.
That's all we need.
I guess. So should we start with these fools?
With these fools. We are at Tell All Part 1. Initial thoughts.
Okay, so I have their looks.
I was going to say, let's talk about the looks.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do you have them?
WKS, as the kids say. I don't have them up.
Would you like me to send them to you so you can reference them quickly?
Sure. I mean, I remember them, but I don't have pictures. So yes, please send them along.
I'm going to send all the looks to you.
Okay, cool.
Yes, the LEWKS.
Yes, this is what we're talking here. Because you and I are exactly the people who should be talking fashion with these people.
Yeah, and are you surprised I even noticed the looks?
I am impressed. Mm-hmm. Where are you sending them?
I sent a text message to you with 6 photos in it.
Okay. Well,
were there only 6 couples? Yet. I was trying to think of that.
Yes, there's only 6 couples.
Okay. All right.
It hasn't come through yet, but that's okay.
Okay.
We can still talk about them.
Yeah. So overall, I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I think that I'm going to save a lot of my thoughts on the throuple.
Okay.
But
here they come.
Yeah.
Okay, Juan and Jessica look lovely.
Okay, let's go through them. Juan and Jessica. Yes, she's wearing a cute little pink dress. He's wearing a lovely suit.
Yep. All good.
They look great.
They look great.
Mark.
Why are you wearing a sweatshirt, my dude?
Why do you have a fucking... Okay, this is Mark's. I'm a pilot. I have pilot money. Fuck everyone else.
Yeah,
outfit.
he doesn't have to get dressy.
Which is I'm in a hoodie with the suit coat over it and fuck everybody else.
And that hoodie is probably very expensive.
He's worn this on the show.
He would be better off without the jacket and the hoodie. Like, pick one.
Yes, I agree. He's worn this on the show, though. We've seen this.
Like a jacket with a white T-shirt would have been fine, or just the hoodie would have been fine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Mina looks beautiful.
Mina looks like she's going to a business meeting.
Yes, she's doing very business lady things, business lady time. Okay. Greg and Joan.
No.
Greg.
Greg,
at least tuck your shirt in.
And if you're a gentleman, and I've been a person of a larger size who had
my whole life.
And you could be a person of a small size and have sweat stains. You could be a sweater. Okay, I'm not saying that.
Sweaty people.
I'm just saying, like, when I was a larger size, I used to have the armpit sweat situation. Okay,
yes.
Wear a jacket. Throw a jacket on over this. A suit coat. You won't be able to see it.
Or
put it on right before you go out on the stage, and take it off right when you get out.
Or get yourself some of those liners to stick in there.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Joan's outfit's fine.
Joan's outfit's okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
Not great.
She could have done better.
Yeah.
But I do like that color of yellow. I would look like I was dead in it, but I enjoy it. Okay. Sean and Aaliyah.
Okay. You mean Aaliyah and Siegfried.
Yes.
From Siegfried and Roy.
He has a very Siegfried and Roy-esque sense about him. That is a bad shirt and a bad black tie. All of it's bad.
All of it's bad.
Her hair looks great.
Aaliyah's fine. She looks fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't love the red tights. But
I don't like the red tights.
Okay.
Now
the throuple. Amanda, am I watching the Ice-Capades? Because that's what it feels like to me.
So they look like they're at the Escapades.
The Ice-Capades. Yeah.
She looks like as well. The Ice-Capades, Excapades.
Yes. Like she is going to come out and skate a number with
Do
Matt.
A triple sow cow or something.
Yes.
At some point. Yes. I don't really know what a sow cow is, but I remember that's a thing in skating.
I just remember triple Lutz.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, Ani looks fine. Whatever. But can we talk about the fact that Amani now has an entirely different face?
And is a victim.
And is a victim of pressure.
Yes. Yes.
This woman has never had 5 minutes in her life where she's not a victim.
Guys, Amani felt pressure.
Right.
To get a complete body makeover.
Because Ani and Matt said that she didn't have a big butt and she was too skinny.
Because they were worried about her that she wasn't eating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
We'll talk a lot about them.
Yeah.
Okay. Shekinah and Sarper.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind what Sarper was wearing if that yellow were darker or a different color. Like a burgundy would have been better.
Yeah. I think Sarper looks good.
Yeah.
She looks like a Muppet, as
she
always.
looks like a Muppet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She looks like a Muppet.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. So those are our looks.
Those are our looks.
Yeah. Okay.
So Shekinah arrives first and says, today sucks. So we're starting on a great note. She and Sarper are not a unified front. It's not good. Everything has changed since they got married, and it's real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Stevi is tired of the questions about her sexuality. And she says, if Mahdi wants to leave, he will leave. Mahdi. Oh, we didn't have Stevi and Mahdi's outfit.
That's who I was missing.
Okay.
She
Mahdi looked amazing.
Amazing.
They both looked amazing. I loved her dress.
I forget what she had on.
She had a navy strapless dress.
Yes. She looked great.
She looked great.
And he looked
great.
Wow.
He is quite a good-looking man.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he really is.
Jesus. Okay.
And he says the marriage is good, but there are problems he never thought they'd have, and he's trying to manage her temper. Put a pin in that, but they can't escape today. Joan is just leaving Greg in the dirt walking in. She's just sailing right across as he's like doom 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 doom. Yeah. And she thinks he needs to grow up.
Yeah.
Girl, we told you this.
Yeah.
You knew this. And she's training him. Greg is anxious. He's got Long Island in him. And if someone comes for him. Okay, dude. Sarper walks in without any clue where his wife is.
I don't buy this.
I don't buy this.
This is their audition for The Last Resort season 3.
Oh, by the way, so you know how Sarper's living his best stand-up comedy life?
Yeah.
He is going to be at something in, I think, Pasadena, I saw. Mm-hmm. Which, speaking of Pasadena, go watch The Mortician if you haven't.
Oh, we're covering it over.
I know.
Axel and I are covering it on
Murder, She
Watched.
Yeah.
It's bonkers.
It is bonkers. This guy is a Looney Tune. But on the stage with Sarper will be the likes of Brett Goldstein and Margaret Cho.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Say that again?
Brett Goldstein.
Roy Kent is going to be on the stage.
Roy Kent and Sarper are going to meet.
And Margaret Cho. Why? How? Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
The comedy stylings of Sarper along with Roy Kent.
Okay.
I love Roy Kent. So, but this feels very fake. Sometimes he feels regret marrying her. If not for the K1, they would have married and they would have been happier. Okay. Whatever.
I don't believe this, Amanda. Can we agree that the world's worst actors are back?
Yes, they're terrible.
The world's best worst actors are back. They are the best at acting
being
the
terrible.
Worst.
Yes.
The
guys make friends. We've got Greg, Sarper, and Mahdi. Greg is sweating up a storm, and Greg says Sarper is his boy. I don't think Sarper's anyone's boy, Greg. I don't know what you're talking about.
Greg, come closer. Sarper is not a good person for you. He hates you.
He hates you. I can tell you that right now. You don't have a job and you're overweight. He hates you.
Yeah. He hates me. I see you, Greg. Yeah, we're all in this together.
We are a united front of larger people against the likes of Sarper, and it's not good. It's not good at all.
Oh, no.
So Sarper gives everybody advice about the tell-alls because he's done this before and they haven't. He says, just spill it all. It's a compliment insult pattern that you have to do. So you compliment someone and then you tear them down. Oh,
it's called a compliment sandwich, dick bag. We all know what it is.
Aaliyah and Sean appear. She looks like a 70s glam star as she's walking in.
Okay, I need to talk about this.
With the coat and everything. Okay.
When I saw that, I immediately went, this is not what he wanted. No, he
doesn't want to be with a woman.
He wants to be with a twink. He does not want to be with a high maintenance woman.
No, and she is a high maintenance woman, which is great, girl.
Yeah, and that's good for her. And she deserves somebody who appreciates her for who she is.
And he doesn't.
Yeah, this is not going to last.
No.
This is not going to last.
This is going to last just as long as it takes for her to get her green card. And then
correct. Yep.
Sean says there have been big changes in their relationship, and Aaliyah's like, yeah, it's not going good.
Good.
Juan, just amazed by New York City. Remember, what Juan knows of the United States is Galveston, Texas, Denver, and Torrington, Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
New York City, big change. He's real into that. Stevie tells Shekinah that she's nervous and she can be a shit starter, and she's curious if Amani and Shekinah will go head to head. Shekinah says Amani messaged her ahead of time and says, I love you, but I'm sorry in advance for the things I'm going to say on the tell all. Okay.
Well, Shekinah messaged her before that and asked her a very inappropriate question.
She did. She did.
Yeah.
This is not good. These two should not be in the same space. This is a matter, antimatter situation, and they don't belong in the same space. Nor do they belong in a space with the likes of someone like Mina, who is a rational, normal human being.
Agree.
She looks beautiful. She says she isn't ready for any other drama. She and Mark are good. She's nervous about Jordan. Okay. Yeah. This is exactly what I would have imagined. Mm-hmm. Now Amani and Matt come in.
Oh, boy.
She admits to having had you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
A BBL, a nose job, tummy tuck, a boob lift, because she felt the pressure to do these surgeries to fit into society. And as a result, she has lost some of herself, Amy.
And then later, she also adds some more onto that.
Yes.
When we first hear it, she doesn't give us the full
rundown.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. It's not ridiculous that she had these surgeries. Whatever. If that's what you want to do what you want.
But do not blame not being conventionally beautiful on this.
Right. It's ridiculous that she turned around and was like, but I'm sorry I did it. Now I feel like the victim. Right. She is such a victim. No. This is such a problem with her.
Can't stand this woman. I need to never see her on my screen again.
Agreed.
I know a lot of people skip over them, and I completely get it. The only reason I'm into them is just to mock her at this point.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
So where they left off with Ani was crazy, but it took time to hash it out, and she just looks like a new human being. And so does he, but without having done the work.
Yeah.
He has had no plastic surgery, but he also looks different.
Yeah.
Joan asks Stevie about the boob pictures, and she's like, that's just what I paint. Amani's ass looks ridiculous. Amani whines about Shekinah not wanting to be her bestie. That's really what this is about, because Amani is kissing up to Shekinah because she looks at Shekinah as a bit of 90-day royalty, which at this point, Shekinah and Sarper are flagship couples in this franchise.
How Shekinah got herself here,
I don't know,
is
but
beyond
we're here.
me. But we're here.
We're here.
Yeah.
And that's what Amani wanted to be, and she thought she'd be able to be that with the throuple, but no, we just see her being an idiot.
Yeah.
So, okay, Sean is dreading this and is expecting the death glances, and he doesn't want to be grilled. And Stevie jokes about him always being late, and Ali is just excited for all of this. So now we begin. We start with Stevi and Mahdi.
First of all, Sean Robinson, amazing again.
Amazing. How this woman is over the age of 60 is beyond me.
I have a theory now that the reason Sean Robinson doesn't watch 90 Day is because she's in the gym 24/7.
Could be. Or she knows that it'll age her like us.
She doesn't have time. She just doesn't have time. She's got to do her squats.
And go to church. Mm-hmm. If she's watching this show, it will age her the way you and I have been aged.
Yes.
And she doesn't want that for herself.
Yes. Well, she does. She stays away from Cody Brown. That's the biggest.
That helps too. Also,
ager.
I think she might drink the blood of virgin babies or something.
Maybe.
A la Jennifer Aniston. The two of them have some sorcery witchcraft happening back there.
Yes.
So Stevi and Mahdi. They expedited their marriage to save money. Was it worth the stress? Stevie's like, probably not. And he says, it was a ton of stress, but he has his green card and he's working now and all's great. And Stevie would not tell me exactly when they got married when I was chatting with her. They, however, were, they and Juan and Jessica were the first couples to film.
Yeah.
And she hinted it was about 18 months ago that they got married.
I'm wondering if, and I don't mean this to be political.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if there was a little bit of, we need to worry that he's not going to get deported or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that.
Yeah. It's a real fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a real fear. So they've been married. It's all good. Shekinah and Sarper. We ask about more plastic surgery. She says, yes, of course she's had more plastic surgery. She said under her eyes were bothering her because she had the fillers dissolved. And now she looks more like herself pre-fillers. How do you know, girl? You've now had 17 different faces. What is the more yourself? Which face is more yourself?
It's so amazing to me, like the casualness with which these women just go in for surgery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah. We ask how married life is treating her. She said the honeymoon was over fast. Sarper says it is up and down, and she doesn't even have a wedding band yet. So now Matt has to pipe in. Shut up. Just shut up, Matt.
I hate him.
When he married Amani, he was privileged to be next to her and just bought her a $100 wedding band. Fuck off.
What does that even mean? Why are you saying that now? Who cares?
Because what he's trying to say is, I knew how precious Amani was even when I married her, unlike you, Sarper, who doesn't appreciate Shekinah. Fuck off. No.
I hate him.
Mark and Mina, it's been amazing. He says Mina is perfect. Yeah. The one question, she said 6 months living in Wood, not into it. They moved to Boston. She's very happy.
They moved to Boston. Good for him. Good for her.
Good for her. I bet they still have that house in New Hampshire.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they now just have like a nice apartment in Boston, and she's much happier. Great.
Little Miss Recap will return in a moment. For ad-free episodes, visit littlemissrecap.com/support. Hi, friends. This is Amy Archer, and I'm here today to tell you about my new podcast, Murder, She Watched. If you're a lady of a certain age like me and you love solving a good murder from your couch, then I urge you to check out Murder, She Watched. If you've loved the true crime documentaries you've heard on Little Miss Recap, you will love Murder, She Watched. Essentially, we're just moving all of our true crime stuff over there. So I urge you to check it out. It's available anywhere you get your podcasts. Subscribe to the free feed. Give us a listen. There's 3 or 4 documentaries already over there. Again, the name of the show is Murder, She Watched, and I hope to see you there.
The throuple, which Sean describes as a love triangle. No, that's not what it is.
Sean described it as that?
Sean Robinson.
Sean Robinson. No.
No, that's not what this is. But I don't think Sean Robinson in her sweet brain can wrap her head around this tomfoolery.
Well, and to be fair, they are acting like it's a love triangle.
They are. They are. It is still TBD what's going to happen. Did they work out? And now we ask Amani about her plastic surgery. And she said, I got a ridiculous body overhaul, basically.
Yeah.
Ani thinks she's crazy to have done all this.
Yeah.
Little change is fine, but she made all of it all at the same time. I could listen to Ani casually read Amani for filth all day.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Because she's saying just enough to be an asshole, but not enough to get her kicked off the payroll.
Yeah, it's great.
She says, unlike Shekinah, she is not proud of her surgery.
Oh.
Amani did it to meet, Amy, society's standards. And Shekinah did it because she wanted to. Amani has gone through a big identity crisis. She didn't want to lose herself. Amani calls Shekinah rude. So we're off to the races with that. Now Sean has to ask what happened pre-tell all. And Amani says she's going to come after her and is very calculated. Shekinah is.
Okay.
Shekinah is authentic and Amani is premeditated, and it says a lot about her character. So again, these two should not be in the same room.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not good. Amani says she is a girl's girl.
You're not even a girl's girl to the girl you're in a relationship with.
Girl, I don't think you know what it means to be a girl's girl. Because this ain't it.
No.
This is not it. She tried to be a good person. And she says Shekinah is so thirsty for screen time. I'm like, these two are going to be so annoying. I can tell already. Sean and Aaliyah. Their wedding was a lot different than the dream.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how are things today? And they both say a 7 or 8.
Yeah, which is higher than I would have thought.
Higher than I would have thought. They're not having sex. Joan's like, that makes it a 1.
Yeah. Joan and baby boy Greg are banging 24/7 in that bunk bed in his mom's house.
That's all they do, with the exposed pipes and his dirty laundry on the floor, a la a teenager, because he is a teenager. Yes. Juan and Jessica, has she learned Spanish? It's hard to find time, and it's a goal, and she's reading a bit better. Shekinah goes in her most ethnocentric, assholery way. Why does it matter? He speaks English.
I know.
And he's like, it matters because I want her to actually be able to speak to my family.
Yeah.
And Sarper says sometimes it's better not to talk.
Somebody said, I don't know who said it at this point. Somebody chimed in, was like, well, it would be nice if she could talk to his children or his child or something like that. I forget who said it, but like, and that is true. That's what Juan said. I want my child to be bilingual. Yes. So we need to be bilingual to teach it to
Which
our
actually
kid.
They don't.
No, they don't need to be. But
here's what they need to do. And this is what a friend of mine did. And I know I talked about this before. He needs to just speak Spanish to the baby. And she needs to speak English to the baby. And the baby will get it.
Yeah.
It'll all come together because they soak this shit up like sponges.
Yeah.
Joan and Greg are good, but they still live with his mom. We're going to get to his mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shekinah's
not making good choices all around.
No.
Lucille.
Lucille, you both need a little lesson in
Lucille, you need, I never thought I'd say this, you need me as your wingman.
to point you against Big Ed.
Yeah.
Shekinah and Sarper up first. We revisit the bedding. She loved how intimate it was and special, and she starts to cry because everything changed after they got married. And I could cry more realistically right now, and we know I don't cry.
Yeah. It
was her biggest fear, and it's come true. He says, mine too. She says, Sarper changed. Their dynamic changed. It felt like when he moved in, it was her place versus their place, which I actually think is a real thing. I think
that's a real thing too. This feels fake. And I hate to keep saying that. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just how they act and they're just so performative.
But
it
could be them.
It feels so fake to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, this is why I'm glad Todd and I moved into this place together, because it was our place entirely. Yeah. Even though we all but lived together for a year and a half before we moved in together, I still felt like I was in his place when I was at his house. He still felt like he was at my house.
Sure.
It makes a difference. And I see why that would be hard for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Sarper went through a lot of depression, and he's focused that on her. And he's a control freak, which we know. This is his OCD coming out. And when he can't control things, he gets depressed and upset. He doesn't like the marriage because it's brought a lot of new responsibilities and duties, like taking out the trash. That's something he complains about. I'm like, so you don't want to be an adult?
No.
That's what you're saying? He hates being dependent on her. Okay. I bet he does. And problems snowball. Sex is still good because that's about all they got going on for them.
Yeah.
And they both agree they miss the people they were when they were in Turkey.
Yeah, I just don't know what's going on here. Guys, BDFs, please weigh in.
What do you think is the situation?
Do you feel like they secretly love each other and everything's fine? They're just trying to stay on this franchise?
Which is possible.
Or do you think that they just are so weird that it comes off as performative, but it's really not, and this is genuinely going on?
I don't know.
But
guess who's here, Amy? My boyfriend, Dan.
Who's here? Yes, your boy Dan. Your boy Dan was better looking in person when we saw him.
I don't know why I find him so attractive.
I really do. I'm trying to throw you a crumb here.
I do. I find him very attractive. You know why? Because he's a dorky boy, and I like the dorky boy. Did he speak
French with Mina? I missed it if they did.
No, they did not, but they should have. They could have spoke angrily in French to each other.
We could have had a really cute moment there.
That would have been very satisfying.
Where she had somebody on the stage who spoke her language, and although they did provide an interpreter for her.
Yes. Juan and we didn't say this. Juan and Mina both had interpreters. Oh no, Ani and Mina had interpreters. So Sean asks. So Sean asks again about the bedding to Dan. He thought it looked cheap.
Yeah, Dan was like, if you were doing this in my castle,
which we know is not actually his castle.
No. Okay. And he doesn't even own it. He is a manager of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dan says they could have done better. Dan hasn't seen them since the wedding. It's been 4 months. So I'm thinking these guys were the last ones to get married, hence why they were the 90th wedding.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he thinks Sarper holds Shekinah's social life in lock and key, and she didn't even wish Dan a happy birthday. Okay. She can't go to lunch with Dan because she's married now, and we fight about being friends and being married, which I have no time for. Mark tries to stand up for Sarper and Dan. No. I'm sorry. Yeah. If Todd said to me at any point, you can't be friends with somebody, I'd have a really big problem with that.
But what if that person was in love with you and interfering in your relationship?
Interfering in the relationship is one thing. In love with me is something else.
Yeah. No, interfering. Dan is interfering. We saw it.
We just celebrated with balloons. That was exciting.
We saw Dan interfering.
He's being an asshole to be an asshole. But I also think this is entirely fake, and they're actually fine.
Same.
Dan thinks that Shekinah has lost too much weight. Sarper makes fun of Dan's weight because that's always funny. Sarper says Dan sees himself as a unicorn because he's dated everyone in the group. Amani asks how she'd feel if the tables were turned. And
she would never allow this, Amanda.
Oh my God. She can't even handle the fact that he had a bottle in his house that he drank wine with someone else.
She can't let him walk past 2 blocks from the house.
No.
She has him on invisible fencing, let's not forget.
She does. These two this is so unhealthy. If any of this is real, it is so incredibly unhealthy.
I agree.
And she sees Dan as harmless, but Sarper knows he's a danger. Dan wants girls who don't like him. Sarper tries to say Dan takes jabs below the belt, and okay, we're done.
No, Sarper says something that implies, like, I feel like he almost makes a gay joke.
Oh, I didn't take it that way.
Because he said something like Dan likes the jab. And I felt like it was his way of making a joke. And I didn't like that at all.
I didn't take it that way.
Okay. But I hope I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong too, because that doesn't seem like Dan.
It's gross.
No,
it doesn't seem like Sarper
or Dan. It doesn't seem like any of them. Like, they're gross, but I don't know.
I could see Sarper attacking a masculine man like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Because he's gross.
He's gross.
And again, he's like, help me, Encino Man.
Oh.
Like a caveman just come to life.
Caveman lawyer.
Yes.
Unfrozen caveman lawyer.
Yes. Phil Hartman. Was that Phil Hartman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, rest in peace, man. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Christmas morning, they had a big fight. Sarper took off his ring and his AirTag.
Oh.
And he says she kicked him out. He went and got his own rental and stayed there for 10 days.
Okay.
The fights start with small things, and they forget what they were even about, which doesn't shock me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Dan says there's no respect in the marriage, and he isn't even sure he's 1,000% in love with her. And getting into a fight doesn't mean getting on a flight. I'm like, Dan, you workshopped that one for a long time.
Oh, God. And they took the bait. They took the bait.
Mm-hmm.
They took the bait.
She feels like he doesn't truly love her sometimes, and now we wish them the best, basically, because we are not going to solve this today.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, these two, I don't know what they're doing, because if your strategy is to stay on this show,
yes,
you also have to be in love. Like, you have to show us that you're in love.
Yes.
Like, they're taking the fighting too far.
Yes, I agree. If that's there needs to be some warmth between the two of them.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not interested in this.
No, I'm not interested in watching people fight. This is why the housewives are annoying to us, which, by the way, I'm now on season 4.
Oh, my God, Amanda.
Well, I've just been like, I've been redoing my
in
office,
the background.
just having it on the background.
Mm-hmm.
Chris DeRose is right. It's perfect background TV. You don't have to pay a lot of attention. Whew, these women are something else.
Yeah.
She has zero compassion, Sarper says, and her mood impacts him. He is the most self-aware person.
Dude, you're the least self-aware person.
She makes him crazy because she has emotions.
Tattoo. Mm-hmm.
And he says she will lose him because of her, and she will regret it like a dog.
Right. And then she does the classic, did you just call me a dog?
And she's used to dating protectors and people who care, and she doesn't want to be around him. It's toxic, and she's sick of it.
Then divorce him. Divorce him and end it all.
Right. Even the producer asks her what she needs, because now we're backstage, and we're having a fit. Matt says that Sarper and Shekinah seem to be arguing. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Matt, for that brilliant take on what's happening here. Mm-hmm. Now we've got Stevi and Mahdi. Mahdi has struggled with missing his family.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. He has been working as a personal trainer, and they ask if he trains female clients, and Stevie's like, yeah, of course he does. Why would I have a problem with that? Because it's his job. Because she's a grown-up.
Oh, what couple was that?
Oh, there was a lot of people. Well, Shekinah didn't want Sarper to train female clients, remember?
Maybe it was them, because I remember somebody like fighting about this.
Yeah,
like,
Sarper
this
and
was their
Shekinah
whole
fought
thing.
about it.
Okay.
Others have too, but
yeah.
Because a lot of these people. Oh, Melissa didn't want Louis.
Yes.
Melissa and Louis and Lalu.
Yes. Okay. All right.
And when they met, Mahdi actually helped her get in shape and lose weight. She talks about how she was a lot heavier, and he helped her get in shape. Okay, whatever. He wanted to make her a better version of herself.
I understand what he meant, and I think it's a translation issue.
I do too, but and they talk about all the quirks she has, and he says he's gotten used to them, and he likes that they talked about everything, even the narcolepsy. Talk about her extreme fatigue, and he takes great care of her. So this is fine.
They seem fine.
Yes. Now we have Veronica out, because we need to start bringing old people out. Why, I don't know. Yeah. And I love Veronica. This is not a Veronica problem.
Nope.
But why is she here?
No clue.
She looks stunning. Mm-hmm. She greets Mahdi in Farsi, which was great.
Yep.
She's dating a Persian man, and so she's gotten a lot of insight into Mahdi because they've talked a lot about it. Veronica talks about Mahdi missing his family, and Veronica says, do not come between a Persian man and his mama. And we go back to her saying to him, maybe you shouldn't call your family so often. And we are misconstruing what she meant.
Yep.
What she meant was every time you call your parents,
you're sad.
You're very sad. So why are you torturing yourself, basically?
Yeah.
And now she has to remind him to call his mom. Okay, fine. Dun, 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 dun,
the fucking troll. Like, why, dude? Why?
I never need to see Saeed again. Ever.
No.
I hate this guy.
No.
And he's in that same damn stupid Saved by the Bell t-shirt, and I'm out on him.
I know. Like, why? Why do we need him? We don't.
We don't. He says he's glad to see him happy, but obviously he could see him happier. He has a lot of dreams and potential, and all of that will be unleashed if he has someone who supports him. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Veronica says he isn't a supportive friend. Correct. No. Veronica, thank you for adding this.
Correct.
That is correct. He's been dunking on them. He invited Mahdi to come to California, and everyone's like, he lives in Mississippi with Stevi.
That's his home.
That is
where he lives.
Right. And Mahdi says he doesn't really have any friends here. And Veronica says, with friends like these, you're probably better off.
That was a good line by Veronica.
That was a really good line. Saeed made the offer for Mahdi to come move to California with him. And Mahdi never told Stevi. And Stevie's like, why didn't you tell me? And I think he didn't tell her because he knew it would upset her and he wouldn't entertain it, period.
Well, and at one point he was like, well, I kind of thought he meant us.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. And no, he didn't mean that.
No. Mahdi, come closer. Well, you can come closer anyway. I don't even need to tell you anything. You just come closer, you cute little button that you are. Saeed's not your friend, dude.
No. Nope.
He's not your friend.
Nope.
And so he thanked him for the offer. Stevie says she isn't living with anyone else either. She's like, I'm an adult. I'm not moving in with somebody.
No.
And Stevie hasn't taken enough risks, and everyone comes for Saeed, and I'm here for it.
And Saeed, if you're out in California and you have an extra place to live, why not call Sarper up?
Yes. He needs a place to be.
Needs a place, sounds like.
Stevie says that she has let Mahdi in, and that is huge for her.
Yeah.
And she didn't need him. She wanted him. Mahdi says Stevie has helped him a lot, and no one has done as much stuff for him as she has. And so they're good. These two are fine. Saeed, go away.
Yep.
Saeed says, you moved to marry her. Yeah, that's how the
90-day works.
You dumbass. Now we're back at the bisexuality bullshit.
Oh, God.
Can we never talk about this again?
It's stupid.
It's stupid. I'm not even going to go into all details. They just fight about it again. Stevie's like, would it change anything? Now we have to talk about who's kissed women. And Shekinah, yes. Mina and Joan, no. Aaliyah hasn't kissed a woman. Jessica has drunkenly kissed everybody, including Majin.
Jessica has kissed Majin.
Of course she has.
And somebody I forget who goes, of course you have.
Of course you have.
Or that explains it or something like that. I'm like, okay, was it Shekinah maybe who was like, explains it.
That explains it. Sarper says that options are limited in Torrington of who you can make out with. Okay. Stevie's like, I gave a direct answer. I said both I'm no for you. No, and I'm here for you. I want to marry you. Mahdi thinks he might be because she never gave an answer and they've stopped talking about it. And Stevie asks Mahdi if it would change anything. And he who cares?
Let's be done.
Stevie's like, it isn't a big deal. Anything can happen. She could leave him for a man. Like, who cares? Now it's lunchtime. Stevie goes, takes a nap. Okay. Amani asks Jessica about kissing her friends, and she couldn't have a relationship with a woman. Jessica says it would be too much work, which is kind of in part how I feel about being with a woman. It would have to be a really low maintenance woman.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't be with a Shekinah.
Oh,
or an Aaliyah or an Amani. Anybody who's that interested in their looks. I could probably be with a Jessica. Someone who's like, I'm okay in Old Navy leggings and a t-shirt. Yeah. I can go live my life.
I could do that.
We talk about Stevie kissing a girl. Mina says that that Mahdi isn't sleeping well because
Okay.
Mahdi asks Sean. Now, this I thought was interesting. Mahdi asks Sean about when he was married to his wife. Did he want something else the whole time? And Sean says he kind of... Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I was like, why is Mahdi asking him this? And then I realized this is Mahdi's fear around the bisexuality.
That
and
she
it didn't
wants
occur to me
else.
that she's going to wake up and want somebody else. But she can do that if she's straight.
Yeah.
She can wake up and want another man.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
If someone's going to cheat, the fact that they're bisexual has nothing to do with it.
I think that not we, but the royal we sometimes operate from a place of like being gay makes you hornier.
Right.
Like now you want to fuck everyone because you're gay. That is not the case. You are still discerning about who you fuck.
Right.
It's so weird.
If she doesn't want to be with someone else, it doesn't matter if she's attracted to women or men and women and men. She wants to be with you.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame her. Have you seen you, Maddie?
And he's 6'4", we found out, by the way.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He just gets
See,
better.
that's too tall for me.
Oh, so I'd be into that. But I'm tall.
I didn't realize how short I am until I've started hanging out with all of you.
Oh, yeah.
My fellow podcasters. And I feel like a baby.
You're very little.
Yeah. So
between me and Becca, you're very little.
I couldn't date someone that was 6'4". I could not. Bring me my short kings. I'm back to that now.
Oh, now you're into that. Or we're no longer going to height shame people.
No.
Okay,
no.
I see. We'll see.
Height shaming myself now.
We'll see how long this lasts. I don't expect it to last very long. And so Sean says he falls for the person, and it's scary to expose every detail about our inner thoughts. Mm-hmm. We joke about the age difference. Because he's like, well, you two are an age difference. Sean's like, well, and I'm even worse. Mahdi wonders if she is waiting for him to catch up on the age culture gap. I mean, first of all, you're never going to catch up on the age gap. You're always going to be, I think they're like 11 years apart.
Yeah, you can't catch up, dude.
He will get more and more comfortable with American culture.
Yeah.
For sure. But no. And Sean jokes about Sean. There's too many Seans. I'm going to say Sean for male Sean. Sean
Just say
Robinson.
Burger King. Just say Burger King.
Burger King. Burger King jokes about saying Stevi and Mahdi should break up because of the age gap. Stevi says she doesn't care what people say, but it's so odd how people care so much. And it's a conversation they will have to have later.
Yeah.
Now it's time for Joan and Gregory.
Joan and Gregory.
Joan and Greg.
Oh, my little Gregory, you need to take a shower. We can see your armpit stains.
Yes, but don't take too long in the shower because Joan takes 2 showers every day.
Did you watch, oh God, what's the name of it? Hold on.
I don't know.
It was just out. It was called like Hey Beautiful.
No, the romance scam. No, I want to watch that.
There's a woman in it who could be Lucille.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to go check that out.
She's from Connecticut.
Okay.
Similar accent.
Okay.
Looks like her. Could be her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was bonkers.
Did she get
by the way,
scammed?
my mom and I watched it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. They're still living at home with. Oh, sorry.
It's about the Yahoo Boys.
Okay.
Network, which I need a whole deep dive on this.
Well, anyway. We learned about Yahoo Boys from Soulja Boy.
Yes. This is a whole
thing. A whole thing. Okay, this will be good. So, still living at home with Lucille, and we find out Lucille and Greg's father are not married anymore.
Yes, we didn't know
we thought
this.
They were.
Yes. We thought maybe dad just didn't want to be on camera, a la Southern Fried Crime when she's yelling to the husband off the camera.
Right. And when Lucille said we'd pay for the wedding, your dad and I will pay for the wedding, made me feel like they were still a couple.
Yeah.
So Joan is very sad about the fact that they still live with Lucille. She wants to move out now. They have no privacy. Greg wants to give her a home as a married man. And now, Amy, why is Big fucking Ed here?
There's 2 things that I take away from this scene with Greg and Joan that I don't need.
Okay.
Number 1 is Big Ed.
Yes.
And number 2 is to learn that Greg is shooting up the club.
Yes.
I don't need either of those things in my life.
Nope.
No.
Ed says he likes them, hopes they work out, but living with your parents can cause angst, so he recommends a 90-day notice to move out because it isn't fair to either of them. Ed, go away.
Okay, first of all, Big Ed, seriously 90-day fiance, seriously Matt Sharp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Number 2, second of all, Big Ed is going to give you like advice on romance.
Have you seen this guy?
Number 3, Big Ed, really Matt Sharp? And number 4, really Matt Sharp, Big Ed? Okay, I'm done.
If only we had known that Big Ed was going to make an appearance, that's what we could have yelled at Matt Sharp about.
Yes.
Fuck
yes,
HEA.
Instead of Amanda.
Telling him everyone hates HEA.
Telling him all the podcasters hate HEA. I loved it so much.
He welcomed the feedback.
Did he?
I think he did. Okay.
We'll see. We'll see if we get screeners next year.
What happens? We're now off the list.
Little Miss Recap will return in a moment. For ad-free episodes, visit littlemissrecap.com/support.
So good. Lucille's here too. And as soon as Lucille comes out, Greg says under his breath, Jesus fucking Christ. And we revisit the close quarters. Shekinah is shocked Joan would tell his mom to leave her own house. I really think they edited that conversation in a way to make Joan look worse. Now,
Joan kind of doubles down on it.
Well, here's the thing. Joan is a very straight shooter.
She really is.
She is says it like it is.
Yes.
She is not mincing words. She is not sugarcoating anything. I don't think she was telling Lucille to leave the house so much as she was saying, you never leave. Like, I didn't anticipate this much time with you.
Right.
When I got here.
Yes.
And, okay. And Joan would tell his mom to leave. Ed jokes that Greg is like Colt. No, he's not.
No. What?
No.
No. I have complicated feelings about that, Amanda.
Okay. So BDF Whitney, I know you're listening. BDF Whitney shared with me, it was just her birthday.
I saw it.
That you saw the Colt. Mm-hmm. She sent you the Colt thing too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whitney, you need to post that in the group. Everyone needs to. I only got through a minute of it. And I was like, I got to get out of here. This is bad. Yeah. It's real bad.
BDF Whitney got who is the painter of this amazing Jackie O behind me that nobody could see. She got a cameo from Colt, and it is 6 rambling minutes
of a lot.
It's bad.
It's a lot.
It's bad. It's a lot. It's the Colt we know, though.
It is the Colt we know.
Yeah,
it is.
Yep.
It is. Sarper says Lucille is doing her best, and Joan is ruthless. Juan says get a hotel for the privacy, or just go bang in the car. Jessica's like, look, we don't have doors. We have to get creative over here.
Juan is me. I am Juan. That was our MO when we had the twins as babies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Go have hotel sex.
Oh, go have hotel sex. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They could have baby while living at Lucille's house. She could be pregnant now for all they know. We find out he's shooting up the club.
Okay, that is so. I just want to say that is so irresponsible.
It is so irresponsible.
Get an apartment and then shoot up the club. Shoot up the apartment once you get in there. If you can't afford to live
outside of your mother's house and you're not like your parents, 17 and 19, these are adults. Stop it.
They're adults who are choosing to make a baby.
Yes. Yeah. This is not an oops.
Okay, Lucille is me. I'm Lucille because Lucille's like, nope.
I'm not raising these babies.
Nope. These 4 walls have seen enough babies in here. We're done.
Yeah. Joan is like, why would we use protection? We're married.
Which could be a cultural thing.
Well, because he does say like, no, in Uganda, they don't use birth control. Yeah. And Joan's like, no, it's not that. It's just when you're married, why would you? Okay.
Yeah, we don't know.
Amani says she might be using a baby to get them out of the house. Okay, that might be the one smart thing Amani says. Greg is working like crazy. Lucille suggests, I found a trailer park for you to go live in. It was nice. Why don't you go live there? And
which many people do that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, many people will go. A ex-boyfriend of mine that I dated who's still a family friend.
Yeah.
He did that. It was like his path to homeownership.
Yes. You got to start somewhere.
Yep.
And in this housing market, you got to start somewhere.
Oh, God, this housing market.
It's so ridiculous. I said to Todd the other day, I'm like, we may never own a home again.
I said to Timmy the other day, maybe we should build a house and sell it. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Because it's quite the market.
It is. So he's been looking for something affordable, and Stevie says, you start where you can start. Mark says asked if they thought about living in Uganda, and they said that was actually our original plan. He was going to move to Uganda.
You know what they could do? Because this is what Timmy and I were talking about doing. building a container home.
Mm-hmm.
You save a lot of money because right now the problem is the materials are out of
control.
Yeah.
Find like a prefab house.
Yeah, like
it's
a little
done.
container home.
Mm-hmm.
Plop it down. I don't know.
In Joan's back or in Lucille's backyard.
Could you imagine Amanda finding land though?
Oh, on Long Island?
Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm.
The house where Rex Heuermann murdered people is going for $750,000.
The estimate on that house is like $799,000.
Yeah. So
yeah,
and people were murdered there.
I always say this. I can't afford my own house. I could not afford to buy this house.
Mm-mm.
If Timmy didn't build it, I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
It's
I get
ridiculous. I don't even know. You got me on a rant now. I don't even know what my kids are going to do. They're never going to own a house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. The rental market, though, is not much better.
No. My rent is double what my mortgage was.
It's insane.
Almost double what my mortgage was.
It's insane. Mm-hmm. It's insane.
Lucille jokes maybe she could find somebody instead of worrying about taking care of more grandchildren.
Well, don't look at the troll fucking next to you.
No. She says her life isn't over yet, which, Lucille, girl, you want to go date.
It's not over. Yeah,
go to town.
Go date. Go to
Pound Town all over Long Island, but not with Ed.
Not with Big Ed, no.
Ed is single. Lucille jokes about it. No, girl. Mm-mm. They joke if she brings Ed home, Greg will move out. And we have a weird interview with Ed and Lucille backstage. She likes his honesty. Lucille, Greg, and Joan are sweet together. And we joke about sexual tension and I want to die.
Yeah. No.
Now it's time for the throuple.
Oh, boy.
Extra partner equals extra drama. Fuck you, people. Last time we saw them, the relationship was over. And it took days to figure out what even happened. But they're still all together, Amy. Mm-hmm. Amy. Mm-hmm. Ani said to her in a parking lot, I don't like many things about you.
Yep.
And we're still together.
Mm-hmm.
They never broke up, in fact. They took about a week or maybe a couple. Shekinah says that she believes anything Ani says.
Let me back up right here. They fight over how long they took.
Yes.
They can't even get that part right.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Ani says that she understands that Amani knows she's dramatic, but she loves her. Do you? And now Amani starts saying, oh, we spend so much family time together. We spent Christmas and New Year's together as a family. We did my daughter's birthday in Cancun as a family, and we see like them all in a minivan.
Okay.
This is not, just because you throw all of yourselves in a minivan, Amani, does not make you a happy family.
Correct.
Sean asks how they explain it to the kids. And this is like the one problem or one thing I didn't have a problem with. She's just like, they understand love and they understand that we love each other. Mm-hmm. That's really all little kids need to know. They don't need to know that you're, playing nurse and doctor over Zoom.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hard to explain to people because they think Ani is the nanny.
Wow.
We know Ani is the nanny. Wow. I just think about when we recorded with Jake and Matt and he was like, Ani's going to be living in their basement raising their children. And I just know it's that fucking dark. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matt says the goal was to give Amani a dream, to live that gay lifestyle. No, Matt. No. First of all, there is no gay lifestyle.
And why can't she just, if she wants to be a lesbian, why
can't
she just leave him and go be a lesbian?
Right.
Why does he have to allow her to be a lesbian?
Right.
And construct a situation?
Give her the lesbian experience.
Right. Like, just go be a lesbian.
Leave him.
Yes.
Have you seen him?
Yes. Have you seen the baby feet?
I just think of you saying him rubbing the baby feet.
Gross.
He wanted to give it to her because he's not a female. Well, we know that. Mm-hmm. Sarper says Matt looks hypnotized and gives her everything, which he's not wrong. Mm-hmm. Amani wants to be with a woman, but she also loves her husband. Well, that's convenient.
Okay.
And bisexuality isn't a fantasy. It is who she is. Well, okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Good for you, girl.
I don't think maybe she's not a bisexual. Maybe she is actually a lesbian and she's just putting up with Matt Sharp Jr.
Because he has
street cred.
Because he has generational wealth from Matt Sharp Sr.
The rules have changed because remember we established the rules in notes on our iPhone sitting crouched down on the ground at a winery. Mm-hmm. Initially they did everything together. And then we had the period where everyone needs to ask for permission. But now they don't have to do that because they're more comfortable.
Yes.
He bangs Ani more than Amani does. And we find out that Amani and Ani have never banged alone.
No.
And Stevi just goes, that's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ani's not into Amani.
No, she's
at
not. I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either. Amani's a nightmare. Sean trying to get sex details out of them is just killing me. I don't need this.
No.
Amani thinks Ani is more into men than women. Ani, of course, wants to have sex with Amani. She loves that they are building a relationship. Matt goes to visit Ani by himself, and she can't because of work.
Yeah.
She says, I'm not jealous right now. Amani says she is still passionate about Matt, but her brain is focused on making money. And she can't be a mom, a career lady, and also have sex.
She can't be a momager.
No.
Like Charlotte from Sex and the City. Oh, God. And just like that, I mean, sorry.
Oh, God.
It's so bad.
Okay, I haven't watched
so
this
bad.
week's yet.
I didn't either.
This is so horrible.
It's so bad.
I can't with Aiden. Why did we have to turn Aiden into this weirdo?
I am begging Tess and Brooke to let me come on to talk about it because I need somewhere to talk about this show.
Oh God,
it's so bad.
So much.
It's so bad.
So bad. Sex details. Matt goes to bed. Okay, Amani. Okay, so with that, Ani says she hasn't had enough quality time with Amani. If only you could fix that because you live like 25 minutes apart.
Yeah.
Sean asks what he thinks of Amani's look, and she says that he and Ani said she didn't have an ass, and so they had an intervention with her because she was too skinny. Matt says it wasn't about being attractive, but that's how she took it. I think they were legit worried about her because I think she got scary skinny.
Maybe.
Is my guess.
Maybe.
Ani supports her, but the work is too much. I'm like, well, of course it is because she now has an entirely different face.
It's too much.
Matt begged Amani not to do it. She says her kids have asked and she's ashamed to tell them. Her little girls look like her, and how do you explain it to them? Yes, which is the same conversation we've had about Aniko and Aspen and Darcy.
Yeah.
How is she telling her girls who look like her how beautiful they are while she's constantly getting a new face?
Yeah.
And plastic surgery isn't a flex. That's how you wind up with lots of surgery, like Shekinah.
Okay.
Sean says she still feels tension between Amani and Shekinah, so we now need to fuel the fire. Shekinah asks a question that was personal, and
it wasn't personal. It was offensive.
It was offensive, and I don't.
The problem with it is not that it was personal.
No, it was offensive, and I don't actually even want to entertain it.
Oh, I'll say it because Shekinah deserves to be
That's
exposed.
True. She asked
this.
if Ani was a trans woman.
Yeah, like that's gross, Shekinah.
Gross.
Fuck
Shekinah,
off.
fuck off.
Yeah.
Amani says her loyalty is to her girlfriend. Shekinah asks Amani, says Amani has a problem with trans people. No. Ani says Shekinah looks trans. Aaliyah says this is crazy for her. Amani says Shekinah is annoying and fake, and she's tired of it.
We should not be having this conversation about who, quote, looks trans.
No.
It's disgusting.
It's gross.
And during Pride Month, no less.
Yeah, stop it.
Fuck off.
Also, with a legitimate trans woman on the stage.
Sitting right there.
Fuck off.
Yep.
Fuck
it's gross.
all of you.
And I think Shekinah should be exposed for asking that question
you're right.
privately. It's gross.
It's so gross to me to even ask that.
I know. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Todd and I are going to go to Pride today. Our little town has our little Pride festival today.
No, I agree with you. It's
so
whatever.
Male Sean. So next time on, we've got Male Sean says Amani lost him when she called Ani a whore. She lost all of us then, Sean.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yep.
Juan gets DMs from women, and Majin tries to make something out of it. Jackie's here to discuss the Sean Aaliyah wedding debacle. They are missing a key component, being in love, and he says the person I fell for isn't the one next to me. Miserable bitch, as Jake and Matt refer to Danielle of Danielle and Johan, arrives, and she and Shekinah get into it. And Danielle goes after Mahdi, and I will break her for this.
Okay. She kind of seems to have beef with everyone.
Well, this is what she does every time. She's always an asshole on these things.
I guess so.
Always.
I guess so.
It's bad.
Listen, I want to tell everybody right now, I'm looking at my calendar. It has been officially decided that August 15th to 16th, that weekend, is when I'm moving one daughter to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
The weekend following is when I'm moving one daughter to Westchester. So that's happening.
Okay.
So I need your thoughts and prayers. And I give mine to everyone who is in the same boat. I get so many lovely letters from our BDFs saying we're sending our kids too.
Yeah. And you'll all be okay.
We're all doing it together. We're all in this together. We got this.
Yep. All good.
Yep.
All good. You will get through this. We will get you through this.
Because I brought up my calendar. We are going to track our pets, but I just brought my calendar because I just want to tell everyone what's coming up.
How much we have coming up. Because, guys, I need you to know something about Amy.
Lot.
She panics every couple months and says, there's nothing coming up. There's nothing on the calendar. We're going to have nothing to coverage. And inevitably, then that means 12 things show up.
12 things are announced.
And now we're here.
So this week, you are going to have Plathville, season 1, episode 3 and 4 on our rewatch. Amanda, not a fine showing by Kim and Barry Plath for Pride Week or Pride Month.
No, and I don't ever want to see them making out again. Ever.
So I didn't do episode 4 yet, but I did the notes for episode 3, and I'm just like, they're making out. Like a full 15 seconds of airtime.
With kissing sounds. You hear
I gotta grab that clip. We gotta do something with it.
Yeah, we'll have to do something with it. I don't even know what we'll do with it, but it'll be bad.
So that will be we have nothing on Tuesday. That will be on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we have Ace Fanning, our podcasting twin flame.
Alone. Solo. We got him alone.
Read me for filth for not liking Real Housewives.
Yep. And I'm the preferred person now because I don't hate it as much as you do.
Yes. And now let's talk about The Ultimatum for a second. So we're going to cover The Ultimatum Queer Edition. Very excited.
Yes.
It drops June 25th. Amanda and I have been frozen out of screeners.
We tried.
I've been begging. Nothing. So we are going to operate from the place of we don't have screeners. Fine. Whatever. So this means we are going to have to, in real time, watch the first batch, take notes for everything.
Like crazy people.
So we're going to do it similar to how Becca and I do Love is Blind, which is first drop. Our first episode will cover the entire first drop.
Yep.
So look for that probably on Friday. If we can get it to you sooner, we will. But I think it's going to be Friday.
Yeah.
Then on Saturday, my sister Jenny and I are going to talk about the poop cruise. My mother's never been more proud.
I even just seeing the still for it upsets me. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. Todd was like, "What is this? Why is this like about a cruise with norovirus?" And I'm like, "No,
no." But I needed to talk about it.
Okay, well, you two do what you got to do. I'm glad Jenny's here to take these things.
So you will not have anything on Tuesday for Little Miss Recap tomorrow, but you will on Murder, She Watched. So tomorrow, go over to Murder, She Watched, and Becca and I talk about the Bakersfield 3, which was an amazing case.
Yes.
So that's over there. Okay. Now, also coming up next week, I'm so excited. The Cowboys are back.
Yes, they are.
The McBee Dynasty is back. We're super excited. Our episodes, we did get screeners.
Yes.
So Becca and I will be covering that. And that first episode will drop. I think the episode airs Monday night, the 30th, and we're going to drop it the next day. Okay. And then Amanda and I are also going to have the slow-mo reunion.
I know. I'm excited.
Very excited. And then into July, we are doing Welcome to Plathville when it comes back. We'll be doing McBee Dynasty. And then Amanda and I received notice yesterday that 90 Day UK is coming back.
Yes, it is.
So here's a question for everyone. Is that accessible? Is it easily accessible?
Yeah,
because it was on Max.
Oh.
But now it's saying on Discovery ID.
Yeah.
Or Discovery Plus. Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Okay. We just let us hear from you guys. Is it accessible?
We're covering it.
Regardless.
We're
covering it. Yeah, we're covering it.
Yeah.
And that's it. So we got a lot of stuff coming up.
We sure do.
Yeah.
We sure do.
Yeah. Okay. Ready to track these fools?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have my phone. Let me pause the recording and go get it.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're back. Okay, so let's track Title of Merlin, shall we? Actually, in real time, let me track my actual children.
Ah, nice.
Let me see where they are. Okay, so they're getting, it looks like they just got off 495 in Wilmington.
Okay, so they're on I-95. I know just where they are.
Yep, and they're just, it looks like they're grabbing a Sheetz situation.
Okay, cool.
Okay, or a Wawa or something. There's gas. Okay. All right, now let's track my fake children.
Yes, please.
All right, so we're going to track Title, my little baby boy, the humpback whale that I own.
Yes.
My sister bought him for me. Lovely gift. Okay, here we go. He has moved quite a bit, Amanda.
Oh.
What's he doing here? Oh, he's just making like a little, I think he's making a heart.
Oh, because he loves you.
Yeah, he's making a heart with his tracking.
Because he loves you. Yeah.
Yep.
Not like Merlin, that whore.
Yeah, let's go to Merlin the whore.
Yeah.
Jesus. I was trying to explain this to my mother, and she didn't seem to think it was as funny as we did.
Oh, well, she just isn't as much fun as we are.
She doesn't understand. Okay. Merlin looks like she's making a beeline for... Ooh. What is this? Oh, she's still hanging out around New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah. She likes New Zealand's waters, I guess.
Okay.
Right at the very, very, very tip. Okay. All right. Tell us Yuki.
Yuki is my little boy. He is a hawksbill turtle. He is about a meter in size, which is about 4 feet. And he, once again, has just not moved. Nope. Same area.
Could he be dead?
No, because he is moving.
He's
not the exact
floating.
Amy.
I know it's dark. I'm sorry.
We don't joke about people's children dying.
You're right.
We don't do that.
You're right.
I'm worried about Yuki now. As if the world isn't dark enough. Now I have to worry about this fucking turtle that you bought me. God damn it. God damn it. Okay.
All right, guys. We've said it all.
We've said it all. This is ridiculous. This is what happens when we don't record for a week. We get real weird. Weird.
Yep. Guys, I'm telling you, you need to come over and listen to our Plathville rewatch.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. I mean, our first episode was
bonkers.
great because we just scream about it.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of really nasty notes.
Oh, good.
That I think I need to tame down a little bit.
No. For many people, remember, many people are not even going to do season 7 because they don't want to give these people positive airtime. So it is incumbent upon us to give them negative airtime.
Oh, they're going to get it.
Okay,
they're going to get it. And a lot of people have sent me Veronica's thoughts on the matter. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Veronica,
real open and honest.
She's real open and honest, and I believe her.
I do too.
I just do.
I absolutely believe her.
Yeah.
Because her story is very similar to the shit Olivia says they said. So I believe them both.
Correct. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If there were mic problems this episode, we apologize.
Yeah,
we don't know. We were getting some errors, and we're
trying a new system. We'll see what happens.
We ignored them like true professionals.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Little Miss Recap. If you'd like to support the show, the best way you can do that is to join our Twin Flame universe, which is our Patreon, Supercast, and Apple subscription feeds. The links for those are in the show notes. You get ad-free episodes and a ton of bonus content. You can also subscribe to the feed so you don't miss an episode, share the show with a friend, and leave a 5-star review. To contact the show, please email me directly at amy@littlemissrecap.com or join our Facebook group Backdoor Friends. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.